I'm going to coach dentists to improve the profitability of their dental offices, to increase the amount of time that they can spend away from the office and enjoy their careers again.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Great job. It's a wrap. Hey everyone, Dr. Mark Costas here, founder of the Dental Success Institute and author of the book Pillars of Dental Success. Thank you for joining me today, right here live from DSI Studios in Prescott, Arizona. Question for you. Are you frustrated? Are you burnt out? That is one of the most common themes that I hear from dentists all over the world that I talk to, either at live events or speaking to them on the telephone for consultations, fielding emails from them. Anytime I bump into a dentist, one of the first things that many of them say is, "Doc, I'm just burnt out. I'm 15 years into my career. I feel like I've been driving so hard. I'm burnt out. I've lost my passion for dentistry." Guys, listen to me. I get it. In fact, there was a time in my career when I had 6 practices at one time. I was driving from practice to practice to practice. I was working 80 hours a week. I was beyond burnt out. In fact, I was thinking about hanging up the handpiece forever. I hated the profession. I had to take a step back. I sold several of the practices and I basically started over, and I had to redefine what my days were gonna look like, what my weeks were gonna look like, how I was gonna set up my life, because I was giving up a lot for my profession that I had chosen, and most of that was family time, building relationships with the people that I really cared about. If you are burnt out, if you're feeling like you are in the stage that I was then, I want you to take a step back, reassess things, and the first step that I recommend that you do if you're burnt out, frustrated, and not passionate about dentistry anymore is to give more of your services away. I know that sounds counterintuitive. I know that sounds like it's going to make you busier, but make time in your schedule to give more of your service away. Again, that sounds funny, but you want to volunteer and give more of your service away. It will change the way that you feel about the skills that you have acquired over the years. When I was feeling like that, the first thing I did is I went to the battered women's shelter here in Prescott. They have a really, really great organization. There's a couple thrift stores and a coffee shop that are all nonprofits, and all of the profit from these places go to support this shelter that is just for women that are homeless and have been battered by their spouse or their significant other, or have suffered some sort of trauma. So with these homeless women and this organization, I have committed to 2 complete oral mouth, full mouth rehabilitations per year, or up to $25,000 in free dental service that I give the residents of this shelter. And it's been one of the most rewarding things that I've ever done in my career. There's absolutely no money that exchanges hands. So they come in, I determine what they need, and over a 3, 6, 9 month period of time, I completely change their smile. I give them the opportunity to smile again, to go out, to have enough confidence to smile. A lot of times they've had trauma on their front teeth because they were battered by their spouse, and we can restore all of that. It gives them a brand new sense of confidence. It gives them a fresh start, and it's something that I am so glad that I've been able to do. In addition to that, another group of the population that I like to work on and give free dental services away to are the veterans. A lot of times people don't qualify, even though they've served 15, 20 years in the armed services, don't qualify to get dental services. Even though they qualify for medical, a lot of times they don't qualify for dental services. And I think that's just not right. After serving our country for 15, 20, 25 years, they have broken teeth and their confidence is shot, and they don't feel like they can go out and contribute to society because they're covering up their mouth and they're not feeling good about themselves. So I take on another 2 veterans every year to make sure that I'm giving back to them. I never got the opportunity to serve in the armed services, so I do what I can to help our veterans that are down on their luck. So last year I gave away about $65,000, maybe $70,000 away in free dentistry. But guess what? It makes you so much more appreciative of your skills. I remember the first time I did one of these full mouth rehabs for one of the residents of this shelter. And when she finally got the finished product, we held the mirror in front of her face, and she started just weeping with gratitude. And it makes me, a little bit choked up to even think about it. But it was one of the most gratifying things that I've ever done. If you guys give more away, if you are able to see the look on people's faces that you can help, that we're never expecting anybody to show them any kindness, that have never been exposed to any generosity in their entire lives, if you could give that to them, you will break out of your funk and you will start to regain your passion for our profession and the skills that you've been gifted over the years through working on your patients and all of the hard work and going through and getting your education and your degree. So that's what I recommend if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling burnt out, if you've lost the sizzle and the passion for our profession, go out and give more away. Okay? All right, guys, we'll talk to you next week with a new tip. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.